Hi, I'm Triforce 8000, but you can just call me Tri. So we are going to be playing Portal 2. Man, I feel like such a noob because at least with this video capture or playthrough capture, all this nonsense, I just got a capture card for my Switch recently, and that's what I'm playing this on. And this is the fourth time I am recording this first episode because, as I mentioned in the previous recordings, which I probably will never release because they're awful, the first recording, I'm using Bandicam to record this, so and I had the free version, so the free version only allows you to record for up to 10 minutes. So I went ahead and bought the full version and then tried to do another episode, but the audio mixing, the gains and stuff like that was just awful. You could not hear me hardly at all. And then about a half hour ago, I tried to do a third recording, tinkering with the volumes of the game versus my mic, and that sort of worked. You could hear me a little bit better, but still, like, there were parts, especially during this opening or this menu right here, that there's a point where the music sort of swells, and you'll probably hear it while I'm talking right now. Yeah, here, I think it just went. It's relatively low volume where I'm actually playing it right now, so like I couldn't tell, at least for the first time, and then I knew it was coming the second time, and I still forgot. But yeah, it still completely drowned me out. The announcer later, completely drowns me out. And so I was like, well, this really isn't good enough to me, because I thought of just like doing like an audio recording, like re-recording at least this first monologue, talking about stuff. But yeah, the rest of I watched like a little bit more of it, and the rest of it just, there are moments where you can hear me pretty well, but yeah, for the most part, no, not at all. And so I was like, oh, god damn it. Like, I guess I'll re-record it again. But now I've tinkered with some stuff, did some testing, and found, my mic was not super close to my face, and found a way to split the audio coming from my mic and the audio coming from the game into separate audio files, and then I have an editing program. Sorry, I thought my headset was dying. I think it was just a Discord notification. Things and stuff. Split out the audio from the video, and I was able to combine them in an editing program, at least for like a small test, so I should be able to do it with this. Only problem being, because apparently this capture is like not, or either the capture of the recording or something like that is, does not have like a stable frame rate. My editing program was like, hey, let's make this a little bit more editing friendly, and that took like some time to convert it. Hopefully it won't take forever for like a 30-minute video, which is what I'm planning on for these episodes. It's like 30 minutes per episode, thereabouts. And yeah, so there's all that, and this being my debut Let's Play video, it's just like, oh man, getting to know some stuff about me. Other stuff about me, you may have noticed, I have ADHD, and so my attention wanders, and I forget what I'm saying. I have short-term memory issues, and yeah, my brain sometimes runs faster than my mouth, and I get tripped up And so that's why you probably, I'm not necessarily unconfident, inconfident, what's the word there? It's more just my mouth catching up with my brain. So, anyway. Yeah, so other things, other housekeeping. So yeah, like I said, this is my debut as a Let's Player. That being said, I am not monetizing these videos. I don't want to be a career YouTuber. I like my job just fine. It's a lot less stressful than what I imagine YouTubers' lives are like. So yeah, I like it the way that it is. Also, with that being said, except for literally this moment right now, I will not be the kind of YouTuber to say like, comment, and subscribe, because I hate that shit. I understand that it's important for career YouTubers, and so I don't begrudge them for trying to earn a living. But as an audience member, as a viewer, it just it makes me roll my eyes every time, every time. Yeah, I'm not doing any sponsorship shit or anything like that. Yeah, like I said, I've got a job and it pays really well and I like it, so it's I'm not gonna do any of that shit. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about amount of subscribers. I might, if people start flocking to me, I might go, whoa, that's a lot of people. But I'm not gonna be trying to boost the numbers or anything like that. I just literally I'm not doing this for an audience. I'm doing this for myself, sort of for my friends too. This game in particular, yeah, there goes my ADHD again. I told my friends that I wanted, or that I had done I had done a Portal 2 speedrun, and they wanted to see it, but it's been a bit since I played this game-ish. I mean, now I've got about an hour and a half of recorded content that is not going to see the light of day. So I have played the first few test chambers over and over again, a few times, or a couple times, but it's been a while since I played the whole game, and I've forgotten a little bit of it. I've played this game a lot. Obviously, it's very obvious this is not a blind playthrough. I've played this game many times, done a couple speedruns of it. But yeah, the plan is to do a normal playthrough, re-familiarize myself with the puzzles, and then I will do a speedrun. I'll probably I'll see how I can cut that up, because from what I remember, it took me about 3 hours to speedrun this the last time I did it, like a little more than 3 hours, between 3 and 4 hours. I imagine that the rendering time on that kind of video would be horrendous, and so I might just chop it up into little pieces, and maybe put it in a playlist or something like that. What other things was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, other games. I thought about this the last recording. Other playthroughs I'm thinking about doing, because I'm kind of doing these. Yeah, I'm doing this one to do the speedrun to show my friends, and then also I have some things about this game that I want to gush about. But I have 2 other games that I've been gushing about to my friends and to pretty much anybody who will listen, that I want to record and put on the internet. Just yeah, I had my best friend had told me at one point, because I had so much knowledge about, I think I was talking about Chrono Trigger, at the time, and I was saying, oh, it's like, it's one of the best JRPGs. It was. I was like telling him the history of it. Like, I couldn't remember names, but like it was like one of the big people at Square Enix. Like one of the not maybe developer, but like project manager or something like that. From there, and then somebody from who I forget who made Dragon Quest. Is that Rare? I don't remember. Whoever made Dragon Quest. And Secret of Mana, I think. Yeah, like that. Those three like powerhouses like got together and made Chrono Trigger, and I recently played Final Fantasy IV for the first time, and I can actually see a lot of the influences of it. So anyway, I'm getting in the weeds. Can you tell I have ADHD? Anyway, I was talking to him about that, and I mentioned at one point that like the art, a lot of the art was done by Akira Toriyama. If you don't know, is the mangaka for the Dragon Ball series. May he rest in peace. And so that was kind of neat. And yeah, it's at that point that my best friend was like, "Man, you should like start a YouTube channel and talk about all this shit." And at the time, I was kind of like, "Well, the thing is like I get a lot of this information from other like YouTube content creators, so like I feel like I would be either plagiarizing or at worst plagiarizing or at best like rehashing what somebody has already said, and I don't think that there needs to be any more slop like that on the internet. So and I'm just not going to contribute to it. So, but this is sort of my way of contributing to or doing what he said that suggested that I do, is play the game and then comment on it as I'm playing it. Just little tidbits that I think about as I'm playing, because I like playing video games. I like a lot of things about video games, and just I've yapped to my friends about it, and so now I'm just yapping into a microphone for all you lovely people who might be watching to hear about it if you want. If you don't like my content, I don't give a shit. That being said, if there are like if you have some constructive criticism on things to improve, yeah, I'm always open to that. I'm not saying I'll take your advice, but yeah, it's got to be constructive criticism. Don't be a dick, please. It's already enough awfulness in the world. Don't need more dickishness. Trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about. I think that's it. Once again, I should have written this down. I literally have a recording of it that I could have gone over. Oh, yeah. I think one last thing. Obviously, this is my first Let's Play video. It's gonna be awkward. I think that I have grown a little less awkward with each new recording, which kind of reminds me of the way that Overanalyzing Avatar, if you know who that is, if you don't, go check him out. What he said in his first video, or one of his first videos, when he was going over the Avatar Last Airbender series, he kind of said, yeah, like I feel like I kind of loosened up as the video went on, and I kind of feel the same way. I feel like a little bit more light and conversational now. So anyway, there's been enough preamble. I've been yapping about this for 13 minutes now. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's get started. As I've said now 3 times, Spooky GLaDOS. I guess you could also pronounce GLaDOS.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling.
Hearing this, I remembered another thing I was going to say. I'm going to try not to talk over any of the audio that people say, that like this announcer or any of the characters will say. There might be points where I'm like doing little silly conversations with them just to be silly, and I might talk over them when they're just like repeating stuff, and there's something I want to talk about. In fact, there's something in this like opening scene that that I have to talk over Wheatley to do it. Another thing, like I said, this is not a blind playthrough. There will be spoilers. In fact, I'm about to talk about one in just a moment. So yeah, if you haven't played this game, please go play it. If you haven't played this game and you don't want spoilers, stop the video right now, go play this game, and then come back if you want. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so what I have said now twice is something I noticed in the second recording of this episode, is if you look up at the top of at the ceiling, those like ceiling tiles, they're I believe, and please let me know if I've got something wrong. I don't like spreading misinformation, but I have knowledge in my brain that that I will say, and sometimes it is wrong. I am not infallible. Please correct me, and I will change my knowledge if I feel that what you are spouting is not also misinformation. I'll do some research myself and try to confirm what you're saying, and I will add it to my library so I don't spread more misinformation. I'll probably talk about it in a later video or something like that. It's like, oh yeah, I saw this in the comments. I was wrong about this. Did some research. I was wrong about this. This is actually how it is. Stuff like that. Anyway. Okay, yeah, so ceiling tiles. I believe they are either made out of or filled with asbestos. And I had never thought about this before, or I hadn't seen it before, or I guess I hadn't paid attention to it before, or thought about it. And all the times I've played this. But there is a point in mid-game when you're in the Cave Johnson levels. Cave Johnson mentions that the testing spheres are also made out of asbestos. So that's kind of an interesting interesting little thing there. So a little parallel. Okay, so we're gonna look up now.
Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. There is a framed painting on the wall.
Portion.
Please go stand in front of it.
The gymnastics portion. I fell into this trap a couple times. I was giggling about or chuckling about the gymnastics thing.
Please go stand in front of it.
And the announcer guy it went and interrupted.
There is a framed painting on the wall.
Yeah.
Go
okay,
stand
fine.
in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art.
And I was saying I love this picture. I love mountainous sort of landscapes.
You should now
really
feel
pretty.
mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now, please return to your bed.
Yeah, I also mentioned, the announcer talking about the art being mentally reinvigorating, and it's like, yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. I I don't think that's how that works. I also mentioned one of my favorite things about this is that it's a very nice like classical, like calming classical music, and then it's just like cut off and interrupted by this loud, harsh buzzer. It's just like, I think another thing I mentioned is that I love this game's comedy. It's just fantastic. Let's go to sleep. Have the sleepies. I'm surprised I'm not sleepy.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 9999999. This courtesy call.
Hello? Anyone in there?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Hello?
Also, that's a long time.
Gonna open the door at any time?
No, I need to talk about something.
No? Are you gonna open this door?
Not yet.
It's fairly urgent.
Okay,
Just open the
but
door.
I need to talk about something.
Hello, friend. Why not open the door?
Because I need to talk about something real quick.
Could be Spanish. Could be Spanish. Hola, amigo.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Dónde está? No.
¿Dónde está qué?
Fine. No. Absolutely fine. It's not like I don't have, 10,000 other test subjects begging me to help them escape. It's not like this place is about to explode.
That's not good.
Look, okay, I'll be honest. You're the last test subject left, and if you don't help me, we're both gonna die. All right? I didn't want to say it. There you go. You've dragged it out of me.
Okay.
All right, dead. Dos muerte.
Dos muerte.
Open the door.
So silly. Like
Hello?
there's two
Hello?
completely different foreign languages put together.
Hello.
Like that. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm gonna be talking over Wheatley here because he's gonna keep
Hello?
trying to get me to open the door. I want to bring your attention to the framed painting again.
Hello?
As you have noticed, not a lot of people notice this,
Open
but
the
the picture has changed. Before it was daytime, and now it is
Hello?
nighttime with the big ass moon in the background.
Open the door.
And I think like some aurora borealis this time of year.
Hello.
And like some stars and stuff like that. But yeah, I mentioned that I really like this version of the painting a lot better. I love the blues that they use in here. It's really nice. Also, I've been playing PowerWash Simulator in my personal time a lot. Just I never thought that I would play it because I'm not usually one of those kind of people who like plays those like dad sort of games, quote unquote. Even though I'm in my early 30s now, so I'm not exactly young anymore. But I mean, I know that like it's relatively young, but still. Anyway, but like looking at like how dirty this room is now, it's like I kind of want to just take the power washer to all of it. Anyway.
Hello.
All right, let's open the door.
Ah! Ah! Oh, God.
Hello, Stephen
You
Merchant
look
Ball.
Good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you... Don't answer
Yeah, I
that.
feel all right.
I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right? Don't move. I'm going to get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that I love the animation on Wheatley, just like being so expressive,
down there?
despite the fact that
Can you
he's
hear
just
me?
an eyeball.
Hello? Most test subjects do experience some cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now, you've been under for quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me, just say yes. Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
They tell you a
Reactor core
joke,
safeguards
and
are
they teach you how to
now
jump.
non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
So they show you how to jump. It's like it's.
Okay, look, I wasn't going to
It's
mention this
great.
to you, but I'm in pretty hot water here. How you doing down there? You still holding on? The reserve power ran out, So of course the whole relaxation centre stops waking up the bloody test subjects. Hold on, this is a bit tricky. And of course, nobody tells me anything. No, why should you tell me anything? Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Why? It's close. Can you see? Am I gonna make it through? Have I got enough space? Just gotta get through here. Okay, I just gotta concentrate. And whose fault do you think it's gonna be when the management comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good
Alright,
point.
see, no, I hit that one. I hit that one. Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive. Alright?
Okay.
Not dead.
I'll do my best. I'm not a good
Almost
liar.
there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're gonna need to get out of here. I think this is a docking station. Get ready. Good news, that is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on. Almost there. Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes. Not bullet holes, but don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time.
Love that joke. I'll talk about it here in a second.
There we go. Now, I'll be honest, you are probably in no fit state to run this particular type of cognitive gauntlet. But, at least you're a good jumper. So, you got that. You got the jumping on your side. Just do your best, and I'll meet you up ahead.
Alrighty. He's going to yap a little bit more.
Off you go.
And be silly. I do want to talk about
Just march on through that hole.
one thing in particular.
Yeah,
So, from what I understand, that scene that we just went through, going through the warehouse and getting to this location,
but if you simply stand here,
it was like a big sort of flex for the game developers and
once again,
the
just
physics
move along.
physics engine developers.
One small step
I
and
think
everything.
they created a new physics engine for it, or something for the physics engine. It's been such a long time, I don't remember all the details.
On you go.
And like I said, it's a big flex. It's like all these little pieces flying around.
Your
And yeah,
destination's probably not gonna come
I remember
meet
the
us
first
here,
time
is
playing
it?
this.
So,
I didn't
go
think
on.
much about it, but yeah, like I'm a software developer now. I don't do games development. I just do like regular corporate. Well, used to do corporate software development. Don't work for corporate anymore, but I don't want to dox myself. Don't want to reveal too much about myself. But anyway. Just kind of crazy to think about having attempted to do some games development and I've never made a game. I've tried to make one, but never finished it. And just the amount of work that it took to get simple things to move and to collide how I wanted to was insane. And all of these little pieces reacting to the movement and whatnot, it's just it is impressive. So hats off to you guys, really. Faux reals. Anyway, let's move on. I swear there was something else I wanted to talk about here. I know there's something else I talked about in the last recording. I'm blanking on. I don't remember. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center.
Oh, well, thank you.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance
Oh, no.
beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Yeah, it's another location I want to take a power wash or two. So dirty. So one thing I want to talk about before we move on is the sort of juxtaposition of like physical objects, in our universe and physics is how it goes, and designing a world, or creating a visual world with models and with textures and stuff like that for a video game or for an animation or something like that. I obviously don't know too much about a lot of this, but from what I understand, the natural the natural destination for physical objects in our universe is a state of chaos, and you can see that with this dilapidated room right here. Like if Aperture were real, then if it were left alone like it has been, with nobody maintaining it, then yeah, this is what would happen. This is like the easiest. It's easier for this to occur and look like this than it is to keep things clean and orderly. All right, wow, I've yapped so much now that my time's up here. This is like the earliest that the episode has been over. I'm going to finish this one point, and then I will go ahead and end the episode. So yeah, reaching this in our world it's a lot easier than keeping order and stuff like that, and keeping it nice and clean and shiny. But in contrast, with designing and creating a world, a virtual world, that they've done here. All these textures have to be made. I mean, obviously some of them are the assets are copied. The models have to be made. Just designed, and it's just it's to make, again, this dilapidated room must have been such a task to do. I'm an amateur pixel artist as well, and just doing simple stuff for me is and getting it at least as right as I can, is difficult. And so I'm just in awe of this kind of design. Another thing, I just had it. So little tongue-in-cheek. It's like, this looks familiar. If you have played Portal 1 before, this is the first room, or at least a recreation of the first room that you wake up in when you start the game. So interesting. Like I said, let's end the episode here because it's been over 30 minutes. I've been yapping long enough. There will be more yappage a little bit later, but probably not as much as I've done thus far. If you are watching, cool, glad you're here. And if you care to, I will see you in the next episode.